Hi, I'm Vince Bohlinger. I'm in English and in the Film Studies program, and I've been here for 9 years now. Yeah. For every class I teach, I've always had formal papers as the writing that I receive from students and the writing that's graded and counts for their final grade. And so I was really kind of curious about what I could possibly do in terms of what I've come to learn as low stakes writing, informal writing, those kinds of things. One thing I learned was to lower my expectations. I think I was just kind of unreasonable, and this is something that or maybe my expectations for myself, and realize that progress can be quite incremental, and it's unreasonable to expect major improvement in a span of a couple months, really, when there's so many other things going on, and we don't become good writers in a month, or 2 months, or 3 months. It's years and years and years, and so I think just realizing that it's a constant work in progress was really valuable for me. One other thing that I really learned from the whole seminar experience was to find a way to make the low stakes writing important for the higher stakes writing. For my comedy class, I had them write journals, but then I had them have to analyze what they themselves were writing in terms of the content for the course, right? So then they're describing things that are funny that they've encountered in the span of a week, right? And this is totally low stakes. Just tell me what it is, and I'll write back, oh, well, what did you think about this? Or what did you think about that? Or why do you think this is funny, right? Pushing to get them to start thinking about that question. Then we explore three theories of comedy. These are what people say are reasons why things are actually funny, and then they have to analyze it themselves. Look at the data that they've generated and think about applying that, right, or applying what we're learning in the classroom to that, which is what we really want from college, right? Apply what they're learning to their everyday life experiences. The journal entries were due on a Monday by noon. Class was on a Tuesday, right? So then what I wanted to do was give them a deadline that maybe would still allow them to spend, Monday night reading for Tuesday, right? But then gives me a little bit of a buffer to kind of look at the journal entries, respond to the journal entries, maybe take a few that maybe are interesting and then talk about them in class. In each successive week, the way I responded, I think, was a little bit more sophisticated because it was incorporating more stuff, or I was asking them to really start thinking, wait, look, we've read all these kinds of things now. Why aren't you thinking about this in terms of these kinds of things, right? Kind of pushing towards that stuff. And whereas in the beginning it was just, oh, this is funny. Why, work on description a little bit more. Or tell me why this is funny. Or what did you think about this? You're laughing, but why exactly was that funny? That kind of stuff. I'm one of those people who really cares about things like grammar and stuff like that. And I thought this would help in a way, but I didn't actually ever engage with grammar or spelling, punctuation, or any of those kinds of things in these informal things. And maybe that was liberating in a way, right? Because then I didn't have to do what I always feel like I have to do as a teacher, right? Like, it's my job to point out that, oh, by the way, these are also things that you need to pay attention to, beyond the thing that's way more important, right? Which is the content and the thinking. I mean, the thing that I would do if I revisited the course would be to kind of rethink how to start bringing that stuff up and really framing in a much more important kind of way. Sometimes it's really important to make sure that your writing is really polished, and sometimes it doesn't matter as much, right? That kind of stuff. That it takes a lot of work on their part, and it has to be stuff that you set aside class for. And we can't expect one semester first year writing to address all the issues, and not even a first year writing course and then a writing in the disciplines course to somehow magically prescribe what needs to be done for these students, and they're going to get it. I think it's a constant kind of grooming process. So really kind of emphasizing the writing in class and really devoting time to it, and somehow making it about the content of the course as well, I think not only helps them in terms of improving writing, but also really emphasizes that writing does matter. And this is something that we're spending class time on because it's a commitment that I, or we as faculty, have made to the students, as students, to kind of address and work on, improve.